In May 2018, His Holiness Pope Peter III visited the United States of America. The purpose of the Holy Father's visit was to participate at a Eucharistic, Marian and Josephine Congress in Wisconsin and Tacoma in the state of Washington. The Congress was a great success, undertaken with great devotion and piety by the Palmarian faithful who were present. For the first time in the history of the Catholic Church, there was an altar prepared in honour of the expectant souls of limbo. The Holy Father, Pope Peter III, made a stop in front of this altar, and all those present prayed in benefit of these holy souls. Beautifully adorned floats were purposefully built and carried in solemn processions with the images of the Most Holy Virgin Mary and Most Holy Joseph. Similarly, there was an altar prepared especially in honour of the holy souls of purgatory, and the corresponding prayers were recited there to alleviate the affliction of these suffering souls. The following video will highlight the true love and tender devotion to God, His Most Blessed Mother and the saints of heaven, and indicate that the true Catholic Church of all times continues as the one holy Catholic, Apostolic and Palmarian Church. At this moment in the procession, the Holy Father incenses the most sacred images of our Blessed Mother, the Virgin Mary, and Most Holy Joseph. Throughout the Eucharistic Congress, His Holiness Pope Peter III and his retinue of accompanying bishops celebrated several turns of Holy Mass. Holy Communion was administered to the faithful on the tongue and kneeling, the only valid and acceptable way to receive the Most Blessed Sacrament. Another procession was held in the early evening, with the Sacred Cross, papal flag and the candle bearers leading the way. Several hymns were intoned to Our Lord, Our Lady and Saint Joseph in 4 languages: Spanish, German, English and Portuguese. The procession culminated with the shouting of the Vivas to the Holy Face, our Crown Mother of Palmar, Blessed Saint Joseph, and to His Holiness Pope Peter III. The papal blessing was then imparted on all the Palmarian faithful present.
Viva nuestra mar del Palmar coronada.
¡Viva!
Viva nuestra mar del Palmar coronada.
¡Viva!
Viva nuestra Palmar del Palmar Coronado. ¡Viva! ¡Viva el Santísimo José del Palmar Coronado! ¡Viva! ¡Viva el Santísimo José del Palmar Coronado! ¡Viva! ¡Viva el Santísimo José del Palmar Coronado! ¡Viva!
Viva su santidad el Papa Pedro III.
¡Viva!
Viva su santidad el Papa Pedro III.
¡Viva!
Viva su santidad el Papa Pedro III.
¡Viva!
Benedictus.
Benedictus omnipotens Deus, Pater et Filius et Spiritus Sanctus.
Next, we are going to thank God, the Blessed Virgin Mary and Saint Joseph for having selected us to represent humanity inside the Holy Palmarian Church. The Church of Christ must exist so that God can let humanity participate in His immense happiness. Some do not know what God's happiness is because their sins make a wall that makes it impossible for these poor souls to participate in such an immensity of delight. The Palmarian faithful, yes, participate in God's happiness, some more than others, each one according to what he deserves. Those who dedicate themselves to God enjoy greater happiness in their souls, which is a foretaste of heaven. Spiritual delights are an anticipation of our future eternal paradise. He who is intelligent should leave all that does not please God and generously dedicate himself to Him. Let everyone take up his cross and follow Jesus. Again, I thank everyone for having made a sacrifice in coming here to make these days an unforgettable experience. Each one will take with them a remembrance, and we will leave here with our souls more fortified and ready for the everyday fight against the world, the flesh, and the devil. Viva su santidad el Papa Pedro III.
¡Viva!
Viva su santidad el Papa Pedro III.
¡Viva!
Viva su santidad el Papa Pedro III.
¡Viva!
The second part of the Congress began in Tacoma, Washington, on the 18th of May 2018. Marvellous altars were prepared, and His Holiness Pope Peter III bore the Most Blessed Sacrament in solemn procession, an event not unique to the Palmarian Church, rather a tradition which has been carried out by the true Catholic Church for centuries. final part of the Eucharistic Congress saw the veneration of the most sacred images of the Holy Face, our Crown Mother of Palmar, and Most Holy Joseph. The Holy Father proceeded to venerate the beloved images first, and then took his seat on the papal throne. The faithful followed next to venerate the images, and finished by kissing the sacred feet of the true Vicar of Christ, as a sign of respect, obedience and submission to his universal authority. And so the Eucharistic, Marian and Josephine Congress concluded. No doubt countless souls were saved, and many graces attained for the salvation of mankind, by the numerous prayers, devotions and sacrifices of the members of the Palmarian Church. In a world full of darkness and corruption, the beacon of light still shines strong from a small number of faithful scattered throughout the world. these faithful being the Marian apostles of the one holy Catholic, Apostolic and Palmarian Church,